Look at a map of Southeast Asia, and you'll see a fractured landscape of high mountain ranges and thousands of separated islands. European navigators looking at this region called it the Indies. We could easily call it Texlandia. This region produces the greatest range of handcrafted cloth on the globe. The sheer diversity of these garments is staggering. In the northern hills, Karen weavers engineer intricate jackets heavily embroidered with hundreds of tiny individual seeds. Travel further south and the aesthetics shift entirely. You'll find Lao women wearing bright, highly structured tripartite skirts, or Batak communities producing complex, multi-paneled ceremonial ragadoop cloths. This level of technical sophistication developed long before modern industrialization reached these remote mountains and islands, raising questions about how such isolated groups engineered these traditions. The answer starts with a piece of technology uniquely suited for survival: the back tension loom. Unlike heavy, stationary models, this device lacks a rigid wooden structure entirely. Instead, it uses the weaver's own body as the frame. A strap wraps around the weaver's lower back, and by simply leaning backward, she generates the exact tension needed to pull the threads taut. For early migrating groups in Southeast Asia, like the ancient Thai-speaking populations, this was the perfect machine. It was highly transportable. A weaver could roll up her work, hike to a new settlement, and tie the far end of the loom to a tree to pick right back up where she left off. But as these nomadic populations settled down, developed rice agriculture, and started trading, their needs evolved. They wanted wider, more complex fabrics. The brilliant portable human machine suddenly became a production bottleneck. Around the 13th century, migrating populations from China brought an upgrade: the treadle-operated frame loom. A fixed wooden frame holds the threads, while foot pedals shift the tension. Moving this mechanical labor to the feet frees the weaver's hands to work significantly faster. This imported machinery unleashed a new level of textile engineering across mainland Southeast Asia. It allowed weavers to construct highly structured, multi-piece clothing. We see the result in traditional mainland fashion: the Lao tripartite skirt. With new looms allowing specialized weaving, this garment is constructed from 3 horizontal sections. They lock together: the head waistband, the body center, and the foot lower border. By separating the garment into distinct canvases, weavers could instantly communicate complex information. They mixed specific colors and intricate patterns into each section to broadcast the wearer's exact age, marital status, and social position. The treadle loom accelerated production and allowed mainland societies to turn basic clothing into a highly readable, wearable social language. Out in the archipelago, the evolution of clothing took a different path. The Spice Islands became a massive hub for global trade, drawing ships from Islamic, Dutch, and Hindu Javanese empires hungry for nutmeg, clove, and mace. While island weavers frequently kept using their traditional back tension looms, they began adapting their ancient techniques to mimic the lucrative, highly sought-after foreign textiles brought in by these new merchants. For instance, weavers used the intricate ikat technique, painstakingly tying off bundles of thread to resist dye before weaving even begins, specifically to replicate the expensive Indian patola cloths so popular with traders. The physical shape of the clothing morphed too. When Islamic merchants introduced Middle Eastern tailoring styles, details like a wide crotch gusset appeared in the burnished abaca fiber trousers worn by Bagoba men in Mindanao, allowing for much better mobility. In the archipelago, clothing serves as a physical archive, tracing the maritime trade and foreign economic influence that passed through the Spice Islands. What makes Southeast Asian textiles so unique is that the arrival of new technology and foreign empires never erased the ancient ways. Instead, that history was layered directly into the fabric. You can find traditional garments that combine ancient plant dye techniques with perfectly symmetrical medieval heraldic animals borrowed straight from Dutch coats of arms. The ultimate example is Javanese batik. Artists use a small canting tool to apply liquid wax by hand. The wax protects the cloth during dyeing, revealing highly restricted designs, like the paran or dagger motif, historically reserved for Javanese nobility. The way these textiles are made tracks the entire region's journey, from isolated migrating tribes rolling up portable looms to a massive global crossroads of commerce. And that evolution continues today. Walk down the street in Southeast Asia, and you'll see young people seamlessly pairing ancient hand-woven pieces with modern